where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today it's a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Cleveland. Nifty move. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s, trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Pushing through the contact. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
First run now for Kyron Williams.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Williams to return.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Rams first down.
Stafford now to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 6.
At the Browns' 40-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people in front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Back to throw, Stafford. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down, Rams.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
180!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo. Their
great chance to prove his doubters wrong. I think he's going to a great situation. He knows he's incredibly accurate. Completed over 74% of his passes in his final season in Colorado. And what I like the most, his attitude. Hammered what happened to him during the draft process. Now he has a chance to be the guy in Cleveland.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 10 at the 50-yard line. Ready.
First down, right back to Jenkins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Tackle made back at the 47.
Throw is Sanders. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone. And
to the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down to the 40-yard line. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try to push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window, and sometimes interceptions result.
First down, Browns.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee from 19 yards away. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside. They give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. An inside run with Jenkins. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The first catch for Judy, good for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
From the gun, it's Shador. Throw left side, he's got Tillman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ball on the 39, here's 2nd and 2. On the draw, it's Jenkins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
Here we go.
Throwing, Sanders. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Oh, and a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Sanders. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21.
That's good for another.
Now Sanders. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, 68 yards. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Browns shaken up on the play. The Browns drive about to get started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
That's quickly to Atwell on the slam.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing is Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Yeah, they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
An 8-yard gain.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Sanders to throw.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon and just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert third downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
Here's Sanders. A final shot before break. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. Third quarter, here we go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. After the interception, here's Stafford. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw is Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Los Angeles.
Throwing again is Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Looking to put a drive together.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go, go, go.
On play action, here's Shadur.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
Sanders.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sanders going to throw again. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. Well, he was fortunate on that one. Not got another turnover on his ledger.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To the air again, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Joshua Carty on for the field goal.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Here's Stafford. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They try the left side here with Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Kyron Williams
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns set to take over. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 39-yard line.
It's a throw with Sanders.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back.
It's on the ground. And the Rams have got it going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the ground is Jarquez Hunter.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd down.
Again on the ground with Hunter. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And he's going to have the Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Los Angeles.
And they'll run it with Hunter. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
Now the former volunteer is Dylan Sampson.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Tony Field that time in on the 10.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first three quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
That is caught. He is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and now it winds up incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Sanders. Checks it down to Jenkins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Now Sanders. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got some space here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
This is Hunter. Oh, fighting off the defender. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders. And that is incomplete. Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up the 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. He finds his man. Complete. That's 4. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
From the shotgun, Sanders.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this has gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
To throw now, here's Sanders.
This will be caught. Judy. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Throwing again, it's Sanders.
And my goodness, another interception. Able to slither by.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles. But that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything.
I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake, I'm trying to walk away, I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used to change. Up. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts, I'll pop through north till the voice get bored. Endless stairs in a sinking door, I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically every day, can't call it shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state, the worries daily. But if I link my G's, it goes away down honey lane. I gallivant with darling, baby, jet, jet, jet. That's so typical. Body of a Adonis, that's so typical. Tell like a god, that's so typical. Now, here's an update. I'm a real snob. I need a parfait. I need to meditate with the bunny on my steak. I'm finna give her a cool shower, my case. She want the Mew Mew. She want the EJ. How much it costed? Like an Andre. I spent a band on a band-aid. Thinking I missed, baby, is a mistake. I got 12 months, but I need an extra one. You wouldn't know a rep if you're next to one. It's young, I mean it, baby. I ain't like the rest of them. She a fanatic for that dun. Yeah. New house in the hills. Fine, waiting for me down in Brazil. 5, 5, 5. had it going for the kill. It's 5 plus 8, you know the deal. It's a skinny leg legend, Oregonian, it's hard to meet a Fevin. I might grow me a gut like my dad. My folks want grandkids really bad. So baby, do you wanna be a mini baby mama? Yeah, our kids could be East African, or they could be an accident. How you rap like that's what they asking him. I was poor and I'm black, so I'm taxing them. Just a couple reparations that I factor in. We saw the Toyota Ethiopians, yeah, but I'm on right now. I wanna stop and get down. A lot of rain in my life I found, so please shut the pipe down. I need that.